Welcome to all. Today we will discuss on Unit 15 and Unit 16. Unit 15 deals with
Good evening, sir.
good evening to all. Unit 15 deals with growth of art, language and literature from 300 C to 1206 C. And another part, Unit 16, deals with religion and religious trends from 300 C to 1206 CE. So now we discuss about growth of art. Growth of art. The Gupta period, especially remarkable progress of art and art in the context of architecture, sculpture, and paintings. In these fields, there were high development in the field of cultural activities. Because of cultural activities reached at the top during Gupta period, cultural progress, cultural activities, so that period was known as Golden Age. Not only cultural activities, but also in the field of religion, social life, economic life, all fields, in all aspects, there were much more developments than the other rulers, other dynasties. So now we discuss about architecture. Architecture is a part of art. The Gupta kings were keenly interested in building temples and installing images of their devoted gods, Ishtadeva. Ishtadeva पूजा करुଥିଲେ इष्टदेवଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ସେମାନେ ମନ୍ଦିର ନିର୍ମାଣ କରୁଥିଲେ ଏବଂ ତାଙ୍କର ଇଷ୍ଟଦେବଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ପ୍ରତିମା ମଧ୍ୟ ମୂର୍ତ୍ତି ମଧ୍ୟ ସେମାନେ ତିଆରି କରୁଥିଲେ The Bhakti ideology and increasing significance of image worship resulted in the building of freestanding temples with a cella called Garbhagriha, in which the image of the deity was housed. ତାଙ୍କର जो इष्ट देवी को से गर्भगृह ସେଇଠି ରଖୁଥିଲେ ଗର୍ଭଗୃହରେ ରଖୁଥିଲେ ସେଟା ଟିକେ ଅନ୍ୟ ଗୃହ ଠାରୁ ଭିତର ଅଂଶରେ ଥିଲା ଏବଂ ତାହା ଟିକେ ବଡ଼ ଆକାରରେ prepared the ground for immense possibilities for the future that laid the foundation of characteristic styles of Indian temple architecture. The Guptas were very brilliant in their architectural work. The Gupta period reflects creative enthusiasm and deep sense and awareness of beauty. They were very aware about beauty, awareness in the field of beauty. So there are following surviving specimens they had constructed in their time. Dasavatara temple at Devgarh in Jhansi district, Bhitargaon temple near Kanpur, Vishnu temple at Tigwa, which is situated in Jabalpur district in MP, Madhya Pradesh, Shiva temple at Bhumra, Parvati temple at Nacho Kuthara, Pana district of MP, that is situated in Pana district of MP, Madhya Pradesh. Temple dedicated to the sun god at Ashramaka, Chaitya temple at Padmavati, temple at Bhitari, a great temple complex and accompanying sculptures at Iran, which is situated in Sagar district of Madhya Pradesh. So they were not only constructed their temples building, but also in their own region, own kingdoms, but also at different places of India, they had constructed many temples. The temple's building activity was not confined to the geographical heartland of the Guptas. And there was the bank of the river Brahmaputra at the present Daranga district of Assam. There are many buildings, many temples buildings were seen. Another, the cave architecture, in the field of cave architecture, गुम्फा स्थापत्य आर्किटेक्चर अर्थ होछि स्थापत्य गुम्फा स्थापत्य the beautiful paintings at the caves of Ajanta are known from this time. अजंता गुम्फारे अनेक गुड़िए पेंटिंग्स देखा मिले चित्र देखा मिले The cave temple at Udayagiri near Vidisha, which is situated in Madhya Pradesh, also belongs to this period. 20 rock-cut chambers were carved inside the cave, 2 of which have inscription securely dated to the reign of Chandragupta II. चंद्रगुप्त द्वितीय समय रे ताहा निर्माण करा जायतिला. There are earliest intact body of Hindu art in India. These carvings are important. से जो चित्र गुड़ी को जो खोदे गुड़ी को बहुत गुरुत्वपूर्ण थिला कहीं ना भारत रे हिंदू कलार एक निदर्शन रूप से प्रतिपादित होउथिला. There were some prolific architectural activities seen during Gupta period, though centered primarily around the Brahmanical religion, was not confined to it. We have some evidence of structural remains of magnificent stupas, chaityas, and viharas of the Gupta period from Buddhist site. The Gupta rulers, they had not only constructed buildings only for the development of Brahmanical or Brahmanism, but also sometimes they were thinking about the development of Buddhist sites. For that, they constructed many stupas, chaityas, viharas. They were Sarnath, Nalanda, Sarnath, which is situated in Uttar Pradesh, Nalanda in Bihar, Rajgir, Nalanda district of Bihar, Jolian and Mohara, Maradu, both near Taxila in Pakistan, Puska, Lavati, ancient Gandhara region of present-day Pakistan. In these places, the Guptas constructed some Buddhist sites. The Dhamek Stupa at Sarnath is striking on account of a variety of geometric patterns and artistic designs. Sarnath thiba stupa titre अनेक ज्यामितिक धारारे ताहा निर्मित होइथिला एवं अनेक कारुकार्य मध्य सेइथिरे करा जायछि जोटा कि अति सौंदर्य बोध मन होउथिला Greek structure of the Buddhist university at Nalanda founded by Kumaragupta Pratham first belongs to this era. The 300 feet tall Buddha temple at Nalanda is another fine architectural exhibit from this time. सेही समय रे से नालंदा ठारे बुद्धंकर बुद्ध टेम्पल बुद्ध मंदिर प्रायतः 300 फुट उच्चतार तैयारी करा जायतिला so there were the Buddhist there is some historical evidences we can find the Buddhist chaityas cave structure in western Maharashtra, monasteries at Kanheri, Bhaja, Junar, Pessa and Mahar. All were in Maharashtra state at the time, were commissioned not only by the aristocracy but also by affluent guilds, merchants and artisans. Similarly, many stupas and viharas came up in Andhra Pradesh, parts of the present Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Karnataka. The Mani Naga, another Jaina temple was constructed, Mani Naga, at Rajgir in Bihar, is also known from this period. During this period, during the Gupta periods, not only Hindu temples, Buddhist temples, but also they could construct for the Jainas. The example was Mani Naga Jaina temple at Rajgir. Then sculpture. Now we discuss about sculpture. The prime contribution of this age lies in the development of perfect images. They had constructed many temples for the gods and goddesses, for worship, and in that constructed temples, they worshipped some images known as sculpture, Bhaskarya. In Odia, Bhaskarya. So there were many developments of perfect images, both Brahmanical and Buddhist. So innumerable sculptures of a host of Brahmanical deities like Vishnu, Shiva, Kartikeya, Ganesha, Surya, as well as Buddhist and Jaina figures such as the Buddha, Bodhisattva, Tirthankara are known from this period. Many cultural works also developed in that time, not only for Hindus or Brahmanism third, but also Buddhist, for Buddhist and Jainas. Vaishnavism and Shaivism were popular sect patronized by the Gupta kings, and sculptors made the images of their principal deities on a regular basis, which reveals an easy expertise in the handling of Puranic legends such as stories of the incarnation, means avatar of Vishnu. विष्णुंकर जो मूर्ति सब तैयारी करा जाउथला जो सब अवतार विष्णुंकर अवतार Vishnu as well as the lesser Vaishnavite deities. Representation from the lives of Rama and Krishna found effective success in the temple sculpture at Devgad. Devgad ଥିବା temple ଭିତରେ ଯେଉଁ ଭାସ୍କର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଥିଲା ରାମ ଏବଂ କୃଷ୍ଣ ଏମାନଙ୍କର ମୂର୍ତ୍ତି ଥିଲା ଏମାନେ ଏଇ ବୈଷ୍ଣବ ବା ବିଷ୍ଣୁଙ୍କର ଅବତାର A human-sized statue of Harihara is found from Madhya Pradesh. A fine specimen of Krishna lifting Mount Gandharva. Krishna Gandharva पर्वत को जो टकी धरी थिले तांकर मध्य चित्र सेही भास्कर्य देखिबा को मिले एंड वाराणसी डिस्ट्रिक्ट रो आरा अंचल रे ताहा देखिबा को मिले Epigraphic evidence from Iran documents BHIC artistic activities from the time of Samudragupta till the Hun invasion around the beginning of 6th century CE. A large sculpture of Varaha was found here. Varaha. It is boar head and human body. Varaha. भगवान को आगु गोटे अवतार होची वराह अवतार तार मध्य सेठी प्रतिमा बा भास्कर्य कलार आम निदर्शन पाई परिबा The Shiva cult still revolved around phallic worship and we find beautiful Ekamukhi Shiva Linga in the temple at Ko and Udayagiri. Shiva Linga temple. Ame Udayagiri thari pai pariba, Koha thari pai pariba. Shiva Linga. Ekamukhi Shiva Linga. Several images of Saivite deities like Skandha from palaces like Udayagiri, Vidisha and Iran. Images of goddesses Lakshmi, Durga and Parvati are also known. The sun worship was prevalent around the present region of Bengal, each evidenced in the images of sun god found here. Sun god, the image of sun god was found there in the region of Bengal and also during Gupta period. They worshipped the Lord Sun, so that sun worship was at that time. Thereafter, the Udayagiri cave complex, in Udayagiri cave complex, we can also find many sculptural works. This is said because of the wide range of gods and goddesses carved in this cave complex. The gods and goddesses, the statue, the sculptural works of gods and goddesses were carved in the Udayagiri cave complex. Two goddesses standing atop Makaras. Two Dwarapallots were there. Ganesha, the statue of Ganesha. Durga in her Mahisamardini form. Mahisamardini, जो दुर्गा धारण करथिले तार मध्य सेठी स्टैच्यू अछि बा कल्चरल वर्क सब अछि भास्कर्य काम सब अछि सात matrikas, 7 mothers. 7 mothers, they were the consorts of various principal gods who helped Shiva kill the multiple versions and forms of an asura named Andhaka. They are proofs that some of the Puranic legends were well developed in this time. Puranic legends. were developed during the Gupta age. Large-scale image of Varaha accompanying scenes, river goddess Ganga and Yamuna on both side walls behind the Varaha, Ekamukhi Linga, one-faced Linga, were also carved in the complex of Udayagiri. So, apart from these cultural works of Brahmanical gods and goddesses, the Gupta rulers, they made several stone and bronze images of the Buddha, and which were discovered at various excavated places, excavated sites. जो सब स्थान मानकरे ध्वंसावशेषरू जो मिली खनन करने समय मिली अनेक गुड़िए प्रतिमूर्ति, ब्रोंज प्रतिमूर्ति, स्टोन प्रतिमूर्ति से जना पड़ूला जे गुप्त समय जे माने भास्कर्य काम बहुत आगरे थिले। नालंदा, मथुरा, सारनाथ, परहपुर, अजंता, नागार्जुन कुंड ये सब स्थान मानकरे अनेक गुड़िए प्रतिमूर्ति मिली जोटा कि प्रमाण कर दिए कि गुप्त वंशरे कल्चरल वर्क्स भास्कर्य कार्य बहुत परिमाण रे वृद्धि पाई। गुप्त पीरियड वाज गोल्डन एज फॉर बुद्धिस्ट आर्ट टू। खाली जे हिंदू मानक पाई गुप्त जुगटी सुवर्ण जुग बोली आमे कहि परिबानी। अनेक ऐतिहासिक बत दियंती जे बुद्धिस्ट मानक पाई, बौद्ध मानक पाई मध्य यह एक सुवर्ण जुग कहले भूल हेबो नहीं। The rich Buddhist and Jaina devotees did not lag behind in installing inspiring images of the Buddha, Bodhisattva, and Jaina Tirthankaras. Jaina Tirthankaras. तीर्थंकर पहले जैन धर्म रे जो ज्ञानी लोक माने थिले, जो माने नीति ज्ञान दौथिले, बाणी दौथिले, सेते बेले नैतिकता ज्ञान दौथिले, से माने थिले तीर्थंकर। There were numerous Buddha images recovered from Sarnath. The most extraordinary is that of the compassionate Buddha rested on a diamond seat in preaching mode. Giving his first sermon, तांकर प्रथम नीति बुद्ध जेतल तांकर प्रथम नीति 5 जनଙ୍କୁ देले तेते बेले सेही दृश्यर मध्य अनेक गुड़िए प्रतिमा तैयारी करा जाइछि, प्रतिमूर्ति तैयारी करा जाइछि। The influence of this Sarnath style reached up to eastern and western India as well as Deccan. दाक्षिण रीतिर मध्य यार प्रभाव पड़िथिला। Another image worth mentioning is of standing Buddha from Mathura. मथुरा ठारू ठिया होइथिबा बुद्धंकर गोटे मूर्ति मिलिथिला। आउ से मूर्ति गुड़ी को विशेष करी गुप्त राजा माने बा से 300 ख्रीष्टाब्दरू 1200 ख्रीष्टाब्दरे ये सब निर्मित होइथिला। Nearly 60 feet high Buddha image of bronze was found at Sultanganj near Bhagalpur in Bihar. Bhagalpur in Bihar सेठारे प्राय 60 फुटर ब्रोंज रे तैयारी बुद्ध मूर्तिटे उद्धार करा जाइछि। ध्वंसावशेषर मिलिछि सारनाथ ठारू नियर Bhagalpur, Sultanganj Tharu. I can mention an over 82 feet or so high gigantic Buddha statue made of copper, which has not been found. The Gupta artisans made images in iron, copper, and bronze, and that shows their expertise in metallurgy and knowledge of advanced metal technology. ଯେଉଁ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଧାତୁରେ ତିଆରି ହେଉଥିଲା ମୂର୍ତ୍ତି ଗୁଡ଼ିକୁ ସେଇଥିରୁ ଜଣା ପଡୁଥିଲା ଯେ ସେତେବେଳେ କାରିଗର ମାନେ ଗୁପ୍ତ ଯୁଗରେ ଅଧିବାସୀ ମାନେ ଲୋକମାନେ ବା ରାଜା ମାନେ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ମେଟାଲ ବିଷୟରେ ଧାତୁ ବିଷୟରେ ତାଙ୍କର ଜ୍ଞାନ ଥିଲା ଏବଂ ସେମାନେ ମେଟାଲ ଟେକ୍ନୋଲୋଜିରେ ମେଟାଲ ବା ଧାତୁ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିକି ଯେଉଁ ବୈଷୟିକ ଜ୍ଞାନର ସେମାନେ ପରିଚୟ ଦେଉଥିଲେ। ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଆମେ ଜାଣିବା ଯେ ଗୋଟେ ବେଷ୍ଟ ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ହେଉଛି ଆୟରନ ଟେକ୍ନୋଲୋଜିରେ ପିଲାର ନିୟର କୁତବ ମିନାର ଆୟରନ ପିଲାର ଲୌହ ସ୍ତମ୍ଭ ଦିଲ୍ଲୀରେ ଥିବା ଲୌହ ସ୍ତମ୍ଭ ଯେଉଁଟା କି সেই ସମୟରେ ଯେଉଁ ଲୁହାର ବ୍ୟବହାର ବା ଲୁହା ସହିତ ଯେଉଁ କେମିକାଲ ସବୁ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ରାସାୟନିକ ଦ୍ରବ୍ୟ ସବୁ ମିଶେଇକିରି କେମିତି ପ୍ରସ୍ତୁତ କରାଯାଇଥିଲା ଯେଉଁଟା କି ଆଜି ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ କଳଙ୍କି ଲାଗିନାହିଁ। The Jaina sculpture from Durjanpur near Vidisha are particularly noteworthy. Best preserved of them shows a central figure with hands in Dhyana Mudra. The body type shows semblance to the previous Kusano ideal, but the ornamentation of the halo behind the head indicates the transition to the Gupta model. Gupta model re tiyari hoitila Jaina sculpture. Ramagupta, in the time of Gupta King Ramagupta, their aesthetic value, they are also an important document of the Gupta history. Gupta इतिहास रे यो स्थापत्य कला स्थापत्य रो उन्नति रो जो निदर्शन देखा देथिला एवं खनन करने समय ध्वंसावशेष जो सब मूर्ति मिलता प्रमाणित कर गुप्त जुग कला स्थापत्य एवं भास्कर्यर जुग एवं ये सब दिगरे चरम सीमार पहुंची आम जापर। Samudragupta, for one of his Ashwamedha rituals, on the basis of the extremely withered inscription accompanying it, the Ashwamedha ritual is also depicted in his coins. Ashwamedha yajna करिथिले समुद्रगुप्त एवं तांकर जो तांको समय मुद्रा रे ता प्रतिफलित होइथिला जोटा कि से जने महान योद्धा भाव में परिचित होइथिले। एवं आ गोटे कथा हम जानिबा सेते बेले चित्रकलार मध्य ताहा विकास घटिथिला। गुप्त पेंटिंग्स is unmatched in ancient Indian history. We have the most celebrated examples of it from the Ajanta frescoes, which is situated in Aurangabad district of Maharashtra, and cave paintings at Bagh, Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh, Badami or Bhatapi, Bagalkot district of Karnataka. These places were famous because of fresco paintings during Gupta period. Gupta period. It looks that the site of Ajanta was chosen by great visionaries and appreciators of nature and its scenic beauty. So the subject matter of Ajanta fresco can be divided into the following. The true pictures, paintings, drawings for the benefit of knowledge, to gain knowledge from many aspects, social aspects, economic aspect, religious aspect. We can find from the paintings also. We can rewrite history from the paintings of that period, of one period. So the subject matter of Ajanta frescoes, we can divide like figures of the Buddha and Bodhisattvas, scenes and incidents from the Buddha's lives, narrative from Jatakam, which means stories of previous birth of the Buddhas. Buddhankara जो birth जन्म उपरे ताहा चित्रित जन्म उपरे आधारित चित्र देखा जाउथिला. Representation from nature such as flower, trees and animals. सेथिरे फूल, गछ एवं पशु मानकर चित्र मध्य अंकित करा जाइथिला. Mythological figures such as Jaikya, Apsaras, Gandharvas, एमानकु मध्य से फ्रेस्को पेंटिंग रे अजंता रे थिबा जो चित्रकला रे स्थानित करा जाइथिला. So all these painting works were life-like, जीवंत जना पड़ुथिला. यदि आमे देखिबा ए सब जीवंत परि जना पड़ुथिला एवं सेथिरे गछ लता ए सब अति निखुण भाव चित्रित करा जाइथिला. सुंदर सौंदर्य बोध सृष्टि करिया पई. तापरे मंकी जंग से माने अनेक गुडी चित्र अंकन करुथिले. चित्रकला रे से माने निपुण थिले. जंपिंग फ्रॉम ब्रांच टू ब्रांच, मंकी जंपिंग फ्रॉम मांकड़ गोटे डालरू अन्य डाल को जो दउथिबा चित्र, हरिण, हाथी एगुड़िकर मध्य चित्र से माने अति सुंदर भाव रे जीवंत बोली देखा जाउथला एवं चित्रण करि पारुथिले. बुद्ध, बोधिसत्व, अवलोकेतेश्वर, पद्म पाणी, kings and queens, princess and prince, nobles, warriors, sages, hunter, beautiful and graceful women, as Apsara, Nyayika, scenes from home, court, palace, life. ये सब विभिन्न क्षेत्र रे से माने चित्र अंकन करुथिले एवं एथिरे सौंदर्य बोध फुटी उठुथिला एवं आमको से अतीतर अनेक तथ्य ए चित्र कलारु आमे पाई परिबा. बा ऐतिहासिक माने गवेषक माने जेते बेले गवेषणा करुथिले बा करंती सेही समय इतिहास लिखिबा को हेले ए जो पेंटिंग, चित्रकला, स्थापत्य, भास्कर्य आश्रय देइथांती. The literary description of feminine beauty often corresponds to the representation of women at Ajanta. Decoration on ceiling, columns, doorways, window frames, एगुड़िक से माने अनेक गुड़ी चित्र अंकन करिथांती. चित्र विचित्र करी ताको सुंदरतारे परिणत करिथांती. एवं पेंटिंग्स of बाघ, caves are also spectacular due to their vigorous execution and variety of decorative designs like patterns and scrolls. Unlike their counterparts at Ajanta, they are more secular in nature. ଏଇଥିରେ ଅନେକ ଗୁଡ଼ିଏ ତଥ୍ୟ ଅଧର୍ମୀୟ ତଥ୍ୟ ଯେଉଁଟାକି ଲୌକିକ ତଥ୍ୟ ଥିଲା ସେସବୁ ମଧ୍ୟ ସେଇଥିରେ ସେମାନେ ଚିତ୍ରିତ କରିଥାନ୍ତି, ଚିତ୍ରାଙ୍କନ କରିଥାନ୍ତି। ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଆମେ ଜାଣିବା ଯେ ଗ୍ରୋଥ ଅଫ୍ ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜ ଗୁପ୍ତ ଯୁଗରେ ଖାଲି ଯେ କଳା ଭାସ୍କର୍ଯ୍ୟ ସ୍ଥାପତ୍ୟର ବିକାଶ ଘଟିଥିଲା ତାହା ନୁହେଁ, ଭାଷାରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ବିକାଶ ଘଟିଥିଲା। ଭାଷା ମଧ୍ୟ ଏକ ଏ ଯେଉଁ ଆମର ଯେଉଁ କଲଚରାଲ ଆସ୍ପେକ୍ଟ ଅଛି, ସାଂସ୍କୃତିକ ଦିଗ ଅଛି, ତାହା ଅନ୍ୟତମ। They made it the official language, Sanskrit language. During Gupta period, there was seen the revival of classical language, and that classical language was no other than the Sanskrit. Sanskrit language was revived during Gupta period, and all those writings were written in Sanskrit language. Their literature developed in Sanskrit language also. So, all inscriptions also, they were written in Sanskrit. They made it the official language of their court and liberally encouraged its use. The Gupta rulers, during the Gupta age, the Sanskrit literature, Sanskrit language was developed and encouraged. Sanskrit saw its revival under the Guptas. Due to the same, it became a widespread language in entire North India during this period. Even Buddhist scholars also, particularly those of Mahayana Buddhism, started composing their text in Sanskrit language. The Buddhist scholars also, they accepted Sanskrit language, they used Sanskrit language in their writings, in their works. And also the Jaina scholars, the Jaina faith such as Nyaya, Bhatara, and Tatparatha, Dhigama Sutra were authored in Sanskrit in place of Prakrit. This shows upper hand of Sanskrit over other language that previously dominated the linguistic landscape of ancient India. In ancient India also there was Sanskrit language, but after later Vedic period, during the time of Buddhism and Jainism and Buddhism, the Sanskrit language was mostly not accepted. And during Gupta period, the Sanskrit language was the main language, prime language of the time, especially in northern India. So great poets like dramatists, grammarians, and playwrights of Sanskrit are known from this period. The Prayag Prasasti you have already known, and that was written by Harisana, the court poet of Samudragupta. Samudragupta, that was written in Sanskrit language. That was a pillar inscription, and that dealt with details. They are written the details of conquest, exploits, and victories of Samudragupta. Historians have also expressed the possibility of the composition of the panegyric on the Mehruli iron pillar by Birasena. Birasena ମଧ୍ୟ ଲେଖିଥିଲେ ଚନ୍ଦ୍ରଗୁପ୍ତଙ୍କ ବିଷୟରେ ଅନେକ ଗୁଡ଼ିଏ ପ୍ରଶଂସାତ୍ମକ ଲେଖା ସବୁ ଥିଲା। ସବୁ କହିବାକୁ ଗଲେ ସବୁ ସଂସ୍କୃତରେ ଲେଖା ଯାଇଥିଲା। The Brahmanical religion found favor with the Gupta kings under the protection and encouragement Sanskrit language. And the Sanskrit language which was encouraged, developed by all intellectual mass, and that literature prompted to develop that language, Sanskrit language prompted to develop the Sanskrit literature. So the literature part also developed or reached at the height during the reign of the Guptas. So expansion of Sanskrit literature. The intelligentsia of this time presented, explained, and wrote precepts and doctrines of Neo-Hinduism, philosophical thoughts, ethics, all were retained in Sanskrit language, and they developed their literary works. Smritis, Puranas, and epics, the Shastras were authored for education, culturing of the masses. Many digest on moral and social conduct such as Vishnu Smriti, Narada Smriti, Yajnavalkya Smriti, Katyayana Smriti, Brihaspati Smriti were composed during Gupta era, Gupta age. Gupta Juga ସମୟରେ ଅନେକ ନୈତିକ ଜ୍ଞାନ ଆଧାରିତ ଥିବା ସାମାଜିକ ବୋଧ ସୃଷ୍ଟି କରିବା ବା ଚରିତ୍ର ଗଠନ ପାଇଁ ଅନେକ ଗୁଡ଼ିଏ ସ୍ମୃତି ରଚନା କରାଯାଇଥିଲା। Vishnu Smriti, Narada Smriti, Yajnavalkya Smriti, Katyayana Smriti, Brihaspati Smriti. Purana also belong to the literature, Bhartic literature. In Gupta and post-Gupta periods, they came in the hands of Brahmin authors who added to the histories of royal dynasties. Purana ଅନେକ ଗୁଡ଼ିଏ ତଥ୍ୟ ରୟାଲ ଡାଇନେଷ୍ଟି ମାନଙ୍କର ରାଜବଂଶ ମାନଙ୍କର କଥା ଲେଖାଗଲା, ଯେଉଁଟା କି ଗୁପ୍ତ ସମୟରେ ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ଗୁପ୍ତ ସମୟରେ ଗୁପ୍ତ ଯୁଗରେ ବ୍ରାହ୍ମଣ ମାନେ, ଜ୍ଞାନୀ ମାନେ, ପଣ୍ଡିତ ମାନେ ସେମାନେ ସଂସ୍କୃତ ଭାଷାରେ ସବୁ ଲେଖିଲେ ପୁରାଣରେ। Trideva, the precious glorifying, praising and venerating the Trideva, Vishnu, Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, ଏମାନେ ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ତ୍ରିଦେବ। ଏମାନଙ୍କ ବିଷୟରେ ବିଶେଷ ଭାବରେ ପୁରାଣରେ ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା କରାଗଲା। 18ଟି ମହାପୁରାଣ ଦେଖିବାକୁ ମିଳେ। There were most important the 18 Mahapurana. ସେମାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରୁ ମାର୍କଣ୍ଡ ପୁରାଣ, ବ୍ରହ୍ମାଣ୍ଡ ପୁରାଣ, ବିଷ୍ଣୁ ପୁରାଣ, ଭଗବତ ପୁରାଣ, ମତ୍ସ୍ୟ ପୁରାଣ, ଏ ପୁରାଣ ସବୁ ସେ ଦେବତା ମାନଙ୍କ ବିଷୟରେ ଉଲ୍ଲେଖ କରାଯାଇଥିଲା ଆଉ ସବୁ ସଂସ୍କୃତ ଭାଷାରେ ହିଁ ରଚନା କରାଯାଇଥିଲା। ସଂସ୍କୃତ ସାହିତ୍ୟର ବିକାଶ କରାଯାଇଥିଲା। The epics Ramayana and Mahabharata also written in Sanskrit language and during the time 4th and 5th century CE. The Mahabharata, the authorship of which is traditionally ascribed to Vyasa, was expanded from the original 24,000 verses to 1 lakh verses. It acquired the status of Pancha Veda. Mahabharata also acquired the status of Pancha Veda. Mahabharata. There is much common materials in this epic and other shastras. Another great poet in that time, he was the figured most among the poets, writers, dramatists. He was no other than Kalidas. Kalidas, greatest Sanskrit poet Kalidas. He was the gems, luminaries of the court of Chandragupta II. Chandragupta द्वितीयଙ୍କ राज दरबाରରେ ସେ ଯେ महान पदवी ग्रहण କରିଥିଲେ नवरत्न ମାନଙ୍କ ମଧ୍ୟରେ ସେ ଶ୍ରେଷ୍ଠ ଥିଲେ। ସେ ଅନେକ ଗୁଡ଼ିଏ ପୁସ୍ତକ ସଂସ୍କୃତ ଭାଷାରେ ସଂସ୍କୃତ ସାହିତ୍ୟରେ ରଚନା କରିଛନ୍ତି। ଅଭିଜ୍ଞାନ ଶକୁନ୍ତଳମ୍, ମାଲବିକାଗ୍ନିମିତ୍ରମ୍, Vikramavashyam, and poetic works such as Raghuvansam, Ritu Samhara, Kumara Sambhavam, এবং মেঘদূত। এই ସବୁ ସାହିତ୍ୟ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ, ସାହିତ୍ୟ ସମ୍ଭାର ସେହି ସମୟରେ ସାହିତ୍ୟ ଜଗତକୁ ବିକଶିତ କରିଥିଲା। ସେହି ସମୟରେ ସେହି ସାହିତ୍ୟ ଗୁଡ଼ିକ ସମାଜ ପାଇଁ, ସମାଜର ମଙ୍ଗଳ ପାଇଁ, ଲୋକମାନଙ୍କର ମଙ୍ଗଳ ପାଇଁ ସେମାନେ ସାହିତ୍ୟ ଲେଖୁଥିଲେ। ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର କାମରେ ଆସୁଥିଲା। ସାହିତ୍ୟ ଯେ ସମାଜର ଦର୍ପଣ, ଏହା ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଜାଣିଛୁ। ଲିଟରେଚର ଇଜ ଦ ମିରର ଅଫ ଦ ସୋସାଇଟି, ଅଲ୍ ୱି ନୋ। ସାହିତ୍ୟ ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ଆମେ ସେଇ ଅତୀତର ବା ସେଇ ସମୟର ସମାଜ ଏବଂ ଆମର ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଦିଗ, ଆମର ଜୀବନ ଯାପନର ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଦିଗ ଆମେ ସାହିତ୍ୟ ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ପାଇପାରିବା। ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ସାହିତ୍ୟିକ ମାନେ ସାହିତ୍ୟ ରଚନା କରୁଥିଲେ। ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଦିଗ ଉପରେ ସେମାନେ ରଚନା, ସାହିତ୍ୟର ଯେଉଁ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଦିଗ ଅଛି, ନାଟକ, ଗଦ୍ୟ, ପଦ୍ୟ, ନୋଭେଲ ବା ଉପନ୍ୟାସ, କାବ୍ୟ, ଏହା ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ଲୋକମାନଙ୍କୁ ଅନେକ ଜ୍ଞାନ ପ୍ରଦାନ କରୁଥିଲେ। ଆମେ ଜାଣିବା ଆଉ ଜଣେ ମହାନ ଲେଖକ ଭାସ। ସେ ପ୍ରାୟତଃ 13 ଗୋଟି ନାଟକ ରଚନା କରିଥିଲେ। Another great poet Bhairavi belong to this period. He wrote Kirartarjuna. Vishakha Datta is known for his Mudra Rakshasa, and thereafter Vaishayana, ସେ ଲେଖିଥିଲେ କାମସୂତ୍ର, a treatise on pleasure। ଶୂଦ୍ରକ ସେ ବିଚ୍ଛ କାର୍ତ୍ତିକ ରଚନା କରିଥିଲେ। ଏସବୁ ଅନେକ ଗୁଡ଼ିଏ ରଚନା ବା ଲେଖା ଆମର ଜୀବନ ଯାପନର ବା ମାନବ ସଭ୍ୟତାକୁ ବଞ୍ଚିବା ପାଇଁ ବିଭିନ୍ନ କଥା ସେମାନେ ଲେଖିଥିଲେ। ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଦିଗ ପ୍ରତି ସେମାନେ ଧ୍ୟାନ ଦେଇଥିଲେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେମାନେ ସାହିତ୍ୟ ରଚନା କରୁଥିଲେ। ସଂସ୍କୃତ ବ୍ୟାକରଣ ମଧ୍ୟ ସେତେବେଳେ ଚରମ ସୀମାରେ ପହଞ୍ଚିଥିଲା। ଯେଭଳି ପାଣିନି, ପାତଞ୍ଜଳି, ସେମାନେ ବ୍ୟାକରଣ ବିଷୟରେ ଅନେକ କଥା ପ୍ରଦାନ କରିଥିଲେ। ଅମର ସିଂହ, ଆଉ ଜଣେ ଚନ୍ଦ୍ରଗୁପ୍ତ ବିକ୍ରମାଦିତ୍ୟଙ୍କ ରାଜ ଦରବାରରେ, yes, ଅମର ସିଂହ चंद्रगुप्त विक्रमादित्य राज दरबार रे थिले तांकर गोटे डिक्शनरी शब्दकोश से लिखिथिले ता ना होछि अमरकोश अमरकोश It has remained in indispensable lexicon of Sanskrit till our times. सब संस्कृत भाषा रे लिखा जाइतिला आ मध्य आमे देखिबा जे साहित्य आकाश रे जो चरम सीमा रे पहुंची थिला सेते बेले अनेक कवि लेखक से माने से समय जन्म ग्रहण करथिले एवं अनेक दिग प्रति से ध्यान देथिले मनुष्य समाज पर विज्ञान मध्य चरम सीमा रे पहुंची थिला गणित ज्ञान मध्य चरम सीमा रे पहुंची थिला सेते बेले जेमिति शून रो व्यवहार दशमिक रो व्यवहार ए सब मध्य आमे जानि परिबा ब्रह्मगुप्त आर्यभट्ट बराह मिहिर ये मानकर जो लेखा ज्यामितिक लेखा गणित दिगरे सबू से समय मध्य विज्ञान गणित शास्त्र चरम सीमा रे पहुंची थिला अर्लीएस्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट मैथमेटिशियंस एंड एस्ट्रोनॉमर ऑफ द वर्ल्ड बराह मिहिर जने विशिष्ट गणितज्ञ एवं ज्योतिष शास्त्र विशारद थिले तांकर लेखा होची बृहत संहिता टू ऑफ which bear thoroughly familiarity and close resemblance with Greek astronomer practice. The two creation by him and horoscope लघु जातक एंड बृहत जातक उपरे मध्य से माने रचना करथिले लघु जातक एवं बृहत जातक बराहमिर ये सब रचना करथिले आर्यभट्ट लिखिथिले आर्यभट्टियम एई आर्यभट्टियम ज्यामिति एलजेब्रा बा बीजगणित एरिथमेटिक पाटिगणित एवं ट्रिग्नोमेट्री त्रिकोणमिति एई विषय रे तांकर आर्यभट्टियम रे आर्यभट्ट रचना करथिले सूर्य सिद्धांत he has analyzed and explained the causes of solar and lunar सूर्य सिद्धांत मध्य रचना करथिले एवं सेइथरे हमर सूर्य पराग एवं चंद्र ग्रहण उपरे से विशेष ज्ञान प्रदान करथिले मेडिसिन दिगरे मध्य इन द फील्ड ऑफ मेडिसिन साइंस द गुप्त एज द गुप्त रूलर्स developed their medical fields and the two illustrious person in the field of medical science were Charaka, Susruta. We can find the two books Charaka Sanghita and Susruta Sanghita, and both the books they contributed to us about in the field of medical science, medicines. All-round development, progress in the field of literature, knowledge production was manifest during this time. Hatya Ayurveda by Maharshi Palakatya is the first systematic and meticulous exposition of veterinary science. पशु पक्षी मानक पाई मध्य तांको पाई मध्य अनेक गुड़िए तांको सेवा शुश्रूषा पाई तांको रोग हेले मेडिसिन देबा पाई बा वेटरनरी साइंस रो विकास घटिथिला evolution of philosophical ideas also this time developed or the milestone of the evolution of philosophies or philosophical ideas. Not only the literature, the science developed, but also in the field of philosophies. There were some philosophical ideas contributed to the people and the philosophers. There were system of philosophical thoughts, system of thoughts. There were some centered on the system of political, philosophical thought. Nyaya, वैशेषिक individual characteristics, न्याय analysis, संख्य enumeration or to count गणना करिबा, जोग application जोग करिबा, मीमांसा inquiry करिबा, ए सबु अनेक तथ्य हमें देखिबा को पाऊं. Vedanta also we can find from the philosophical ideas of the Guptas. So the Jaina preachers of this period, Bhadrabahu II, who are the most prominent among them, also began authoring commentaries on their sacred treatises that were called Niritish and Turnis. So, in the history of classical literature, Sanskrit developed an ornate style which was different from the simple archaic Sanskrit. So, Sanskrit language developed in the field of language, and all the literatures written in Sanskrit language. In that time, the art, architecture, paintings, all the arts were developed. So now we discuss about another part, Unit 16, religion and religious trends. And the religion and religious trends also during the period in Gupta era, Gupta age, from 300 CE to 1206 CE. So, evolution of Hinduism. We have learned about the evolution of Hinduism in previous units. The 6th century BCE witnessed the rise of several heterodox traditions, including Buddhism, Jainism, and Ajivikas. The spread of Brahmanism continued throughout the subcontinent as well. The period preceding this witnessed the incorporation of local and tribal deities into the Puranic. Brahmanical pantheon of land grant by rulers to the Brahmins, allowing their penetration into tribal lands in expansion of the kingdom and administration. So the people belonging to the lower caste and women in general suffered due to this religious oppression. There were religious oppressions before the advent of the Guptas. The common people, the lower people were debarred to get real life, real status because of they were lower in nature, lower in caste. So for them, there were started a bhakti movement, and that bhakti movement was a movement of mixture of people, mixture of castes. Not only the Brahmins and the higher caste, they led that movement, started that movement, and continued that movement, bhakti movement, but also in majority, the common people, the people belong to lower caste, they joined, they started the Bhakti movement. So Bhakti movement and Tantrism, Bhakti movement and Tantrism, the two movements that help to the common people, help to the lower people to come to the limelight, come to the development, come to speak their thought, open their thought. So they got chance to share their ideas regarding social life, regarding religious life, regarding spiritualism. So Bhakti aimed at transcending caste, class, and gender difference to a varying degrees. The Bhakti aimed or emphasized on love and devotion. Love and devotion was the chief aim, to create love and devotion. Through love and devotion, one can be able to, or one could be able to get the grace of God and able to reach before the God, surrender to God through love and devotion. So the Bhakti movement, the prime most theme of the Bhakti movement, or the essence of the Bhakti movement, was to create love and devotion towards the Supreme Being, Almighty. So there were Puranic Hinduism appeared, and the sources of Puranic Hinduism are a class of texts called the Puranas. The Puranas started getting composed from 3rd and 4th century CE. Puranas. And there were several changes took place in religious activities in the transition from Vedic Brahmanism to Puranic Hinduism. So this period witnessed many changes. The Gupta period especially witnessed many changes, like an increase of ritual activities. The ritual performed were also distinctly different from the Vedic performances. The performances of puja and collective rituals became central, and the importance of performing sacrifices decreased. Image worship and worship within temples also became important during Gupta age or after Gupta age. So image worship, worship within temples, the inclusion of leaves and flowers of plants found in forest areas in puja activities is a marker of the relationship between Brahmanism and the cult it imbibed. ये जो पत्र को पूजा करिबा, गछ को पूजा करिबा, फूल को पूजा करिबा, ये सबू गुप्त जुगरे आमे जानिबा को पाऊ एवं ताहार कंट्रीब्यूशन स्वरूप एबे मध्ये आमे से सबू गछ गुडी को पवित्र भावरे, पत्र गुडी को पवित्र भावरे आमे ग्रहण करि पूजा समय रे ताको आमे पूजा करिछु. The Puranas mention a vast number of pilgrim sites. अनेक गुडे तीर्थ स्थली मध्य देखा मिले. गुप्त शासक माने ଅନେକ ଗୁଡ଼ିଏ ତୀର୍ଥସ୍ଥଳୀ ମଧ୍ୟ ନିର୍ମାଣ କରିଥିଲେ ଲୋକମାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ଧର୍ମ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ ଜାଗ୍ରତ କରାଇବା ପାଇଁ। There were many sects of Puranic Hinduism. They were Shaivism, Vaishnavism, and Shaktism. ये सबू all three were able to absorb many local cults and tradition into their respective folds. Local deities were explained as incarnation of the three main gods. अनेक गुड़िए देवदेवी अछंती आ भितरे जो त्रिदेव ब्रह्मा विष्णु एवं महेश्वर विष्णुंकर अनेक गुड़िए अवतार आम देखा पाऊ। कृष्ण, रामचंद्र, गौतम बुद्ध ये अवतार आहरी अनेक गुड़िए अवतार विभिन्न समय जितेबले आवश्यक करा जायछि, अधर्म जितेबले आसी जायछि, धर्म संस्थापना करिबा पई जुगे जुगे महापुरुष माने जन्म ग्रहण करिसंती एवं से माने सद्ज्ञान देइछंती, अधर्म को नाश करिसंती। सेति पई गीता रे कहा जायछि जदा जदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणं साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थये संभवामि युगे युगे। एभली उक्ति गीता रे कहा जायछि। श्रीकृष्ण कहते जितेबले अधर्म आसी जाए, धर्म कमी जाए, तेतेबले महापुरुष माने भगवान अवतरण करती, अवतार नियंती महापुरुष रूप एवं धर्म संस्थापना करती। आमर इतिहास रे आमे अनेक जानिछु, सृष्टि हेला दिन ठारू आमे जानि सारिछु जे द्वापर जुगरे तृतीया जुगरे बौद्ध धर्म समय रे गौतम बुद्ध भगवान रूपरे अवतीर्ण होइछंती एवं धर्म संस्थापना करिछंती। वैष्णव धर्म विषय आम जानिबा विष्णु इज द हाईएस्ट गॉड। Puranic Hindu Vaishnavism came to imbibe the cult of Narayana. Narayana, Jagannatha, Venkateswara एभली अनेक नाम आम नामित करूँ एवं आम सम्मान जनाऊँ, पूजा करुचु, विपद समय आम डाकुचु आमको रक्षा करने, आमको निरोग रखापी। बुद्ध अवतार विष्णु, विष्णुंकर आउ गोटे अवतार बुद्ध अवतार मुझे कही सारी। Vaishnavism gained prominence from two important avatars of Vishnu. या मध्य मुझे कही सारी राम कृष्ण भक्ति मूवमेंट, Krishna tradition of Mahabharata and Rama cult of the Ramayana assimilated social groups by incorporating their folk narratives in the epic narratives. शैवजिम विषय आम जानिबा वर्तमान संक्षेप जानिबा शैव धर्म अनेक गुड़िए अंशर विभक्त होइछि। काश्मीर रे विशेष करी the process of assimilation in Shaivism was different. Cult assimilated by Shaivism are identified by the adding of the prefix Ishwa or Ishvara in front of the name of a local god. अनेक गुड़े आंचलिक देवादेवी बा देवता तांकर नाम पूर्वरु ईश्वर परवर्ती नार पछरे से माने लगैछंती जेमिति बुटेश्वर, चांडेश्वर एभली अनेक ऐतिहासिक मध्य कहती जे शिव वर एक्चुअली मेजर गॉड्स major gods of local cult. His son Skandha, Shivankara putra hochiti Skandha, also known as Kumara, and Kumara madhya kuhajaye, is worshipped as Subramanya, Murugan, and Kartikeya. Similarly, his wife Parvati is said to have originally been a mountain goddess. Parvati, mountain goddess. So, there were many cultic incorporations to identify within Shaivism each by looking at the bodily ornaments of Shiva as well as his attire, dress. He is relating with tribal god, tribal origin by some historian. Shiva was a tribal origin according to some historian because he traces the snake being an essential part of the person of Shiva. So now we discuss Shaktism. There were also developed Shaktism, Shakti Dharma, and Shaktism did not begin by revolving around a deity. It originally began as the female principle. Shakti in Brahmanism, as a principle, she was the consort of the three chief gods. Shakti, जो शक्ति धर्म विषय में जानिबा विशेष करी आमे शक्ति को नारी शक्ति हिसाब रे आमे ग्रहण करिबा एवं जो तीनोटी मुख्य गॉड अछंती ब्रह्मा विष्णु एवं शिव बा महेश्वर से माने तांकर स्त्री बा सहधर्मिणी बा बांधवी अटंती जेमिति आमे जानिबा ये सरस्वती ब्रह्मा लक्ष्मी विष्णु सहित लक्ष्मी ब्रह्मा सहित सरस्वती एवं शिवंक सहित पार्वती दुर्गा एभली मिश्रण शक्ति आमे देखिबा को पाइबा. It was only in the early centuries of the common era that Shakti became Devi and was worshipped as such in the cult of dedicated solely to her worship. Devi bhavare semane pujita hele tanku puja karagala Shakti bhavare. So the Shakti cult developed at large. Following and further was central to Tantrism. Mother goddess is believed to have been common among groups. Female principle, worship of female principle. Female principle, mother goddess, Matru Devi ko madhya puja karta. Creation, the goddess of creation, Srushtikarta, से संहार करता भी थिले. देवी भगवत पुराण, the prime text of Shaktism is the Devi Bhagavata Purana. Bhagavata Purana. आमे जानिबा जे आउथरे spread from the south to north. Bhakti movement is of crucial importance, was one of the most extensive and widespread religious movement in the subcontinent like India. So it spread from south to the north. It was started by the Shaiva Nayanars Nayanas, the worshipper of the believer of Saiva, and all of us, the believer of or the worshipper of Vaishnavism or Vaishnava. So the earliest bhakti movement were led by the all of us who were devotee of Vishnu, and Nayanvars who were the devotee of Shiva. The bhakti movement which was first started by the two Nayanars and all of us. So these early moments were coterminous with the rise of early medieval kingdoms like those of Pallava, Cholas, Pandyas, and Cheras, who supported it in south or in Deccan. They supported the Bhakti movement. In north also, India, some tradition did not receive political patronage at this time. The Bhakti movement had various perspectives on God and the relationship between God and the devotee. God and the devotee relationship was revealed, created during the Bhakti movement. So, Bhakti movement in India, Bhakti movement that started, continued because of the established leader came from different groups and genders. Ramanuja, Nimarka, Ramananda, Kabira, then Nanaka, Sri Chaitanya, they were the pioneers of Bhakti movement. They continued Bhakti movement and attracted by mass of the people. There are no caste bars. All castes were permitted, allowed to enter into the Bhakti movement, and that continued. There are also the untouchables. Untouchables, they were also respected there. They also they also joined, participated in that movement. So that was a common movement. For common benefit, to get common benefit. So regional languages. The pioneers of or the leaders of Bhakti movement, they continued. They gave their preachings towards the people through local language. So local languages were developed during Bhakti movement. They were thinking, the leaders of Bhakti movement, the pioneers of Bhakti movement were thinking their teachings or preachings, their moral, ideologies, ideas should be reached to all the people, not only the higher caste people, but also the lower caste people. So, their poems and songs, through poems and songs, some pioneers or leaders, they were illiterate, but had knowledge. They had conscience. They were intelligent, although they had not given a chance of education. Like Kabira, कबीर दोहा, through dohas he could able to give his message towards the masses of the people. And Adi Grantha that was written by Nanaka. Thereafter Sri Chaitanya, they were the pioneers. They worked hard to create similarities between men and men. They were giving teaching about humanism, मानव धर्म, मानववाद उपर से माने शिक्षा दौथिले, जोटा कि अति सरल थिला, बुझिबा पई सहज होथिला, एवं some historians argue that the aim was not to overturn the existing social order, but to create new sacred spaces within the existing of social order. श्री चैतन्य जमी बुली बुलिकी नाची नाचिकी बाणी प्रचार करुले, एबे भी बाणी प्रचार फलप्रद होइछि। गाँ गाँ रे सहर सहर मानक जो कीर्तन होछि ताहा एक ज्वलंत प्रतिफलन, ज्वलंत उदाहरण। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, यही भाव जो कीर्तन चली से भक्ति आंदोलन एक गुरुत्वपूर्ण फलाफल, जहाँ माध्यम कि आम समस्ते आम भितरे नैतिकता, चरित्र गठन एवं संयमता ए सबूर दिग गुड़ी को, तथ्य गुड़ी को आम पाई। भक्ति प्रैक्टिशनर्स एक्सपाउज्ड कंप्लीट डेवोशन टू द सुप्रीम गॉड, निजको समर्पण करदेबा भगवान को निकट रे। साल्वेशन वाज नो लॉन्गर रेस्ट्रिक्टेड टू अपर कास्ट मेन, खाली जे उच्च श्रेणी लोक माने साल्वेशन बा मोक्ष पाइबे ताहा नुहे, समस्ते मोक्ष पाइबारे हकदार। पुरुष एपरिक स्त्री माने मध्य एवं निम्न वर्ण रे निम्न जातिर लोक माने मध्य केमती मोक्ष पाइबे, मोक्ष प्राप्त हब तांको भितरे, केमती से आनंद रे निरामय रे, भक्ति आंदोलन एक विशिष्ट आंदोलन थिला, एक गुरुत्व आंदोलन थिला। तो the Bhakti movement emphasized lived experience of her doctrine. आमे नायरनार विषय जानी थिलो, आलभर विषय जानिलो। The वीर शैवच कर्नाटक रे भक्ति मूवमेंट आरंभ हैला। वीर शैव से प्रथम आरंभ कले, वीर शैव मान द्वारा आरंभ है कर्नाटक रे। से वीर शैव भितरे बासभन्न इन द 12th century with its follower लिंगायत प्रथम आरंभ कले भक्ति आंदोलन। वीर शैव से होचन जन वीर शैव एवं से they were against caste hierarchy and the notion of pollution attached to certain groups. It stood against Brahmanical superiority and a certain extent patriarchy, पुरुष प्राधान्य, पितृ प्राधान्य जोटी थिला एवं ब्राह्मण मानकर जो आधिपत्य थिला, कर्तृपक्ष जो अथॉरिटी थिला तांको भितरे सुपरिटी थिला, तांको अगेंस्ट रे ये सब थिला आंदोलन. Basavanna became a minister under the Kalachuris. The Brahmana orthodoxy strove hard against his egalitarian movement, leading to bloodshed and banishment. So this movement was based on the belief that women and men of the lower caste were closer to divinity than upper caste Brahmin men. The ultimate goal in terms of gender was transcending it by becoming androgynous. Therefore, Vaishnavism did not believe in gender and caste distinction. Vaishnavism जो जाति मानक भीतर विभिन्नता लिंग भीतर विभिन्नता ये सब को विश्वास करि नथिला. So earliest founder included Basava, a Brahmin Satyaka. A Brahmin Basava was a Brahmin. से मध्य ही वीरशैव भक्ति आंदोलन रे जोग देथिले. सत्यक ए स्वीपर काकाभ्य ए बच्चर ये माने समस्ते जोग देथिले ए भक्ति आंदोलन. The Veerashaiva tradition, women bear no pollution since the Shiva Linga removes all impurity. Shiva Linga छुआ अछुआ स्त्री भाव स्त्री मान को जो इम्प्योर कह जाऊला से माने पूजा पार्वण रे से माने रही पार नथिले करि पार नथिले. शिवं को पूजा करुथिले. भक्ति आंदोलन परे वैष्णव भाइट का वैष्णव जो वीरशैव शिवलिंग ए मानक शिवलिंग को पूजा कले से मानकर मुख्य हैला से मानकर पाप से माने मुक्ति हेले. तांको भितरे रिलीजियस समानता बा धार्मिक धर्मीय समानता बुद्धि पाइला. वुमेन सेंस डिड एग्जिस्ट केम फ्रॉम ऑल कास्ट ग्रुप्स. एवं महिला संत बा सन्यासिनी सन्यासिनी देखा देले. से माने विभिन्न कास्ट रो विभिन्न जाति रो से महिला सन्यासिनी माने आसिले. से माने एपरिक शूद्र मान मध्य शूद्र जाति थिबा महिला माने मध्य ए आंदोलन रे जोग देले. अनटचेबल्स अछुआ जो माने थिले बा सेते बेले अछुआ जाति हिसाब रे जहां गणना करा जाउथला सेते बेले से माने मध्य एही आंदोलन छास जोग देले. Bridal mysticism in which the devotee envisaged themselves married to God was an important device. Andal was the only woman saint of the Alvars. Her love for Krishna took on the form of bridal mysticism. जे से जो महिला माने सन्यासिनी महिला माने धार्मिक महिला माने से माने जो माने भगवान को पूजा करथिले भगवान खान्य लाभ करबा पे निजे को समर्पण कर दोथिले भगवान को निजर स्वामी भाव रे विवेचना करथिले स्वामी भाव रे भाबुथिले एवं से माने से स्वामी को पाउथिले गोटे स्पिरिचुअल से आध्यात्मिक भावन तांको भितर सृष्टि होतिला. तापरे आमे जानिबा जे भक्ति मूवमेंट मध्य परवर्ती समय विनाश बा विलय घटी अनेक गुड़े कारण दायी हो lack of success of bhakti movement, it enabling large scale social mobility. Some stand allowed a Sudras to assume Brahmanical knowledge, but the problem remained since it did not challenge Brahmanical supremacy and made Brahmanical learning the ultimate end. Brahmanical knowledge, अनेक अछुआ जाति से माने ज्ञान पाइले किंतु प्रकृत रे ब्राह्मण मानकर चैलेंज से जो सेते बेले कर्तृत्व थिला ताकू से माने चैलेंज करि पाइले नहीं सेति पे सेटा होचे गोटे कारण तापरे हमें जानिबा भक्ति मूवमेंट रिवेल्ड पॉलिटिकल patronage. Unlike the northern areas, in this political patronage extended to the Nayanars, the Alavars, that many have resulted in the movement losing the values of espoused. So Brahmins and the landed class returned as ritual officiants. The movement to remove the middleman between God and the devotees I lost. So तांत्रिज्म बा तांत्रिक धर्म तांत्रिक बाद तंत्र या विषय हम संक्षेप जानिबा. All the religions that existed in the subcontinent at that time developed a tantric form. It created new religious system like Shaktism under Hinduism and Vajrayana under Buddhism. Mother Goddess cult also found favor in tantric emphasis on fertility. So connections are often drawn between tribal rites and rituals in tantrism. तांत्रिक धर्म रे ट्राइबल बा जो जनजाति मानकर तांकर धर्म परंपरा विशेष करी एतरे निहित थिला. Origin of tantrism is often traced to this. Some historian trace tantric rituals to ajivika practice that later got embedded in the Pasupata sect. The first dance of tantrism began around 500 CE. 500 CE. Prior to this, the earliest indirect textual evidence comes from 7th century in Sanskrit texts like Banabhatta's Kadambari and Harsacharita. Mahendra Parman, Matta Vilasa, and Dandin's Dasa Kumara Charita, the earliest epigraphical evidence is an inscription of Vishnu Varman found at Gandharva, found at Gangadhara in Rajasthan. So the just with bhakti, it is important to trace the reasons for the rise of tantrism. Some scholars contend that mainstream religion had become incompensable. It could not longer adequately satisfy the religious needs of the people. This paved the way for the rise of tantrism. Tantrism माध्यमरे तंत्र तांत्रिक धर्म माध्यमरे अनेक सफलता पाइले. सेतिपई तांत्रिक धर्म को सेमाने ग्रहण कले. Tantrism saw the introduction of tribal goddess and practices into mainstream. Another reason, particularly for the inclusion of goddess, is created to the tantric focus on the female principle. Our tantric dharma विशेष करी नारी मानकर नीति नियम द्वारा नारी द्वारा कहा विशेष भाव परिचालित है से माने ही से धर्म को विशेष भाव में आग्रही हेले एवं समाज रे ताहा से माने ही प्रतिष्ठा करि पारिथिले। Tantric Buddhist monasteries flourished in Bihar during the 7th century. The Tara cult is an important part of Tantrism. Tara cult. Tara cult. Tara Devi से मध्य एक तांत्रिक धर्म तारा कल्ट अन्यतम देवी. She is considered to be the Shakti female counterpart of the Bodhisattva Avalokiteswara. Tantric element centered Vaishnavism as a tantric mother goddess was brought in as the consort of Vishnu. Matrika is also a part of Vaishnavism. So the tantric sect of the Saiva Siddhanta is called Agamanta Saivaism, and it flourished in the 11th century and had the Cholo king as patron. Cholo king was the patrons of tantric sect of the Saiva Siddhanta. So there were two basic principles that form the basic of all Tantrism. First was Tantrism does not accept the authority of the Vedas. Veda niti niyama, the doctrine ba tattva ko Tantrism re manu nathile. आ गोटे कथा होची जे उत्पादिका शक्ति बा फर्टिलिटी देखा मिलला विशेष करी शक्ति उपासना करी बेले चाष समय रे कौन सी कार्य करने समय रे शक्ति उपासना करा जाई थाए कामटी अति सहज रे सुरुखुरु रे समाप्त हेबो बा फसल रे मध्य शक्ति फसल उत्पादन समय रे मध्य शक्ति उपासना करा जाई थाए ये सब उत्पादिका शक्ति वृद्धि करिया पाई सेति पई ये दुईटी नीति तांत्रिज्म बा तांत्रिक धर्म रे अछि. Tantrism, the female principle of Prakrit. Prakrit अर्थ होची जे नारी नारी नीति तांत्रिज्म रे नारी नीति प्राकृत. The female principle is called as Prakrit. So women could become spiritual leader in tantric cult. The Shakti in Tantrism has been identified as the consort of mainstream god-like Lakshmi, the consort of Vishnu, Lakshmi the consort of Vishnu, Radha the consort of Krishna, Radha Krishna हमें कही था लक्ष्मी विष्णु लक्ष्मी सहित विष्णु को हमें कही था ठीक सेमिति देवी the concept of Shiva, देवी पार्वती देवी दुर्गा देवी एक भली नाम आम जोड़ी था. अनेक गुड़े मुख्य गुरुत्वपूर्ण दिग गुड़िक हूँ जे दीक्षा by initiation was an important part of tantric belief. दीक्षा नेबा तांत्रिक धर्म रे तांत्रिक विश्वास तंत्र विश्वास रे एक गुरुत्वपूर्ण अंश अटे. Tantra treats the human body as the epitome of the universe. It was extensively associated with medical, alchemical, other sciences closely associated with the body. It rejected Vedic asceticism. Fertility cult was a central theme of this Tantrism. So Tantrism ended as it gradually got Sanskritized and received royal and political patronage. So Tantrism initially stood against Vedic dominance and patriarchy, but political patronage reduced its radical strain so that the Tantrism in the last phase going to be destroyed, going to be declined. This class is over. If any doubt? No. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.